In 2018, Time Traveler at Silver Dollar City in Branson, Missouri opened to the public. Right now in 2020, this is the only one of its kind, but that will change next year when Plopsaland, a theme park in Belgium, opens. Time Traveler? Okay, that makes no sense, but seriously, these rides are the Mack Xtreme Spinner coaster model, and unlike the family-style spinning coasters like Pandemonium at Six Flags parks, these rides have a controlled spin instead of a free spin. And they're also capable of traversing inversions, launches, and very steep drops. In all, they're pretty crazy, and Time Traveler, the only one actually open, is very highly regarded, and many even like it better than Outlaw Run at the same park. So, if this ride is even in the same league as an RMC, you know it's good. Anyway, with the second Mack Xtreme Spinner less than a year away from its opening, this begs the question: which parks could really benefit from a Mack Rides Extreme Spinner? Hello everyone, and welcome back to Amazing Coasters, and I just wanted to say thank you all so much for all of the support. I know my channel is small, but I hope to change that in the future. The next step to becoming just a little bit bigger is reaching that 200 subscriber milestone, so if you want to help us achieve this goal before the end of the year, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and don't be afraid to click that like either. Also, you'll really want to stick around till the end of the video, because there are some really interesting picks later on. But anyway, on with the video. Before I finally get started, here are some honorable mentions. Kennywood would be a great contender for this model, but they already have the Spinning Coaster Exterminator, and I'm just not sure this ride would fit into this park's general atmosphere, if that makes any sense. This is the same case for Toverland in the Netherlands, who already have a spinning coaster. I believe Europa Park in Rust, Germany will convert their launch coaster, Blue Fire, into a Mack Xtreme Spinner by simply replacing the trains, but I don't think that would really qualify for this list. Lastly, this would make a great fit at Grönland in Sweden and California's Great America on the west coast, but these two parks have zero space to build one. Also, Mack Xtreme Spinners are expensive. Time Traveler cost $26 million US, so parks like Six Flags definitely won't be on this list. With all of that out of the way, let's get finally into the top 10 parks that need a Mack Rides Extreme Spinner. Coming in at number 10 is a bit of a wild card. This is SeaWorld San Antonio in San Antonio, Texas. This park currently has a GCI wooden coaster in Texas Stingray, a Morgan mini hyper called Steel Eel, a Batman clone with Great White, and a couple of other good coasters. So I think that SeaWorld San Antonio really needs a thrilling launch coaster, and a unique way to fill that gap in their lineup would be with a Mack Xtreme Spinner. Plus, this would completely one-up Pandemonium at their competitor Six Flags Fiesta Texas. Number 9 is Energylandia, an insane park in Poland that just recently opened up in 2014. Even though it's only 6 years old, don't underestimate this park. It already has 15 roller coasters with 3 on the way. The good thing with Energylandia is that this park's budget is extremely high, so the cost of this Mack Rides coaster wouldn't be a problem. Plus, after their top coasters of Hyperion, Zadra, Formula, and soon-to-be Abyssus, there is a pretty big drop-off, so this coaster would help to fill that gap. Number 8 is Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. I know. A list with Cedar Point not at number 1? What is this? This park is known as the roller coaster capital of the world, and with 17 roller coasters, there aren't many gaps in this park's lineup. It is just that elite. However, they don't have a spinning coaster, and there are some markings in the Frontier Town section of the park that point to a large new coaster coming soon. However, Cedar Point just isn't as high on this list because there are other coasters they need first, like a good GCI Woody, a Gerstlauer Infinity coaster, and a good B&M Flyer. So I would expect Cedar Point to add some of these coasters before that Mack Xtreme Spinner. Number 7 is Nagashima Spaland in Japan. We know money is no concern for this park. They have one of the most expensive coasters in the world with Steel Dragon 2000, a whopping $52 million. That is insane. However, after this massive Giga coaster and their new RMC Hakuge, there is a large drop-off to Acrobat, their flying coaster, and an even larger drop-off to Arashi, Corkscrew. I mean, there's not much there. So Nagashima Spalland, like Energylandia, could really use this coaster to help bridge that gap between the insane coasters at the top and the mediocre supporting cast at the bottom. Number 6 is just some park in China. There are so many parks that could add this, like one of the Happy Valley parks, one of the Fanta Wilds, Chimelong Paradise, Lua Adventure, one of the Oriental Heritages, one of the many Sunik-owned parks. There really are just dozens of parks in China that could get one, so I just kind of lumped them all together for the purpose of this video. Number 5 is Universal Orlando Resort. This could mean Universal Studios, Islands of Adventure, or Epic Universe. All I know is that Universal absolutely loves their launch coasters. I mean, all 5 of the park's thrill coasters, except for Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket, have launches. So why not keep up this pattern and bring a unique, inverting, spinning launch coaster to the park? Plus, the Orlando area really has nothing like it. Coming in at number 4 is Canada's Wonderland. Like California's Great America, one of the honorable mentions on my list, this park is owned by Cedar Fair and has 0 space. Luckily, this park has a ton of trash coasters, including 2 right at the front of the park with Time Warp and Flight Deck. Tons of people want Canada's Wonderland to remove these 2 coasters and to replace them with one giant coaster. I think that a perfect replacement for these would be a Mack Xtreme Spinner. However, this park just got an expensive new attraction with Yukon Striker in 2019, so they definitely have to wait until maybe 2023 to get this. On the theme of ride removals, Vortex at Kings Island closed in 2019, so a Mack Xtreme Spinner would be a great replacement for this mega air looper. Plus, Kings Island, a park in Cincinnati, is already such an amazing park, but this addition would make it even better. Also, Kings Island is definitely a favorite in the Cedar Fair chain, so the culmination of all of these reasons is why Kings Island ranks number 3 on my list. Number 2 is a bit of a strange choice. Well, it's kind of a double choice actually. This is either King's Dominion or Busch Gardens Williamsburg. The thing with this situation is that if one park gets one, the other won't. So it's whoever gets one first. In terms of who could be the first to get this Mack Rides Extreme Spinner, I'm leaning towards Busch Gardens, but I'm really not sure. Busch Gardens has been expanding like crazy, adding quality coasters every few years. But we also know that King's Dominion wants to add Volcano the Blast Coaster's replacement as soon as possible, so I really don't know who would add it first. Plus, the only spinning coaster in Virginia is Twist and Shout, a small SBF spinner in Fredericksburg. Regardless of whether King's Dominion or Busch Gardens adds one first, I think a Mack Xtreme Spinner is certainly in Virginia's near future. So the number 1 park that needs an extreme spinning coaster is Dollywood. Some of you probably saw this coming. This is Silver Dollar City's sister park in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. I don't know why, but this attraction would just be perfect at this park. A few years back, Dollywood even sent out a survey asking whether guests would be interested in this type of ride. For me, I think it's as plain as day. Dollywood will get a Mack Xtreme spinning coaster sometime in the future, hopefully as a Wildwood Grove expansion part 2. Well, that's all for today. What parks do you think need a Mack Xtreme Spinner? And if you've ridden Time Traveler, tell me your thoughts on that coaster down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.